Richard Feynman was born on May 11, 1918. He was born to a Jewish family in Queens, New York, and lived with his mother Lucille, father Melvin, and little sister Joan. He went to Far Rockaway High School, where he met his first wife, Arlene Greenbaum. He always had a love for math and science, and even taught himself difficult concepts such as advanced algebra, analytic geometry, differential and integral calculus, infinite series, and trigonometry when he was only 15. In 1939, he earned his bachelor's degree from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, also known as MIT, and graduated from Princeton with a PhD in physics only 3 years later. During his time at Princeton, Feynman was recruited to work for the Manhattan Project in the top-secret government laboratory in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Feynman was hired in 1941 during World War II. He was tasked with researching uranium in the hopes of aiding in the creation of the atom bomb. Later, he got to work with Hans Bethe on other parts of the bomb as well. During his time working for the Manhattan Project, Feynman was able to witness the first detonation of the atom bomb. He was excited about it at first, however, he later became concerned about how their creation would impact the future. Unfortunately, during his time in New Mexico, Feynman's wife Arlene had passed away from tuberculosis when she was only 25. Feynman remarried twice after his first wife passed away. His second marriage was to Mary Louise Bell, who he later divorced. His third and final marriage was to Gwyneth Howarth, who he had 2 children with. After his time in New Mexico, he began to teach theoretical physics at Cornell and eventually became a professor at the California Institute of Technology, also known as Caltech. Unfortunately, later in life, he developed cancer and passed away at 69 on February 15, 1988.
Richard Feynman had a lot of great achievements throughout his career as a scientist, many of which are still used in today's day and age. For starters, one of his achievements was the Feynman diagram. The Feynman diagram is a graphical representation of a perturbative contribution to the transition amplitude or correlation function of a quantum, mechanical, or statistical field theory. In simpler terms, it is a method of graphing a set of very precise calculations of the probability of any given process. Now, you can imagine this is used anywhere where someone has multiple sets of numbers that they need to compare to each other to get a conclusive result. Feynman also created a type of method of studying that involved the way scientists, and anyone really, went about learning and understanding a new idea. This is called the Feynman technique, and it involved these 4 steps: study, teach, fill the gaps, and simplify. This helps take some complex ideas and make them simpler so virtually anyone can understand it, making it so you can comprehend anything, really. Finally, Feynman was an incredibly smart theoretical physicist. Along with his many studies, he also wrote the Feynman Lectures on Physics, a physics textbook based on some of his many physics lectures. There are a total of 3 volumes, all discussing different topics in physics, and are a great source of information from one of the brightest scientific minds in science history.
Feynman was involved in the investigation of the Challenger space shuttle disaster. His work helped uncover the cause of the accident and promoted effort to improve spaceflight safety. Feynman developed quantum electrodynamics, which is a quantum theory describing electromagnetic interaction. The application of the quantum electrodynamics in life is magnetic resonance theory utilizes interaction between nuclear spin and electromagnetic wave to create an image of the interior of the human body. The principle of QED are fundamental to the theory of magnetic resonance imaging. Precision measurement provide a highly accurate set of mathematical tools for precise measurement of physical quantities such as charge, magnetic moment, and electron mass. These measurements are crucial for scientific research and engineering application. Feynman was an outstanding science communicator, and he conveyed physics knowledge to a broad audience in the humorous and easily understandable manner. His lecture and books, such as the Feynman Lecture on Physics, helped people better understand physics. So he has made great contributions to mathematics, education, medicine, physics, and even aircraft safety.
Richard Feynman got a lot of awards, such as Albert Einstein Award in 1954, Lawrence Award in 1962, Oersted Medal in 1972 because of the Feynman lectures on physics, National Medal of Science in 1979, and the Nobel Prize of Physics in 1965. The reason of winning the Nobel Prize is his fundamental work in quantum electrodynamics, with deep plugging consequence for the physics of elementary particles. To be more precise, he studied the path integral representation of quantum mechanics, quantum electrodynamics, superfluidity of supercooled liquid helium, and molecule models in particle physics.